friend of my husband's gave him some lemons a couple of days ago. And so first of all, I just want to show you how big this lemon is. It's as big as my hand. Actually, you can put it in both hands. So I thought this was the perfect opportunity to make a lemon loaf cake to use up the zest and the juice of these lemons. But I think instead I am going to try and make some lemon cupcakes using a recipe for a white cake. If you've never used a microplane before, it's pretty easy. You're just grating a lemon zest here. You don't want to get the white part because that's bitter. Oh, it smells so good, so fragrant. And I'm not sure how much I need. When you have lemons this size, you can't really go by the recipe's direction and do the zest of one lemon because it's probably the equivalent of 2 lemons. I'll just go ahead and zest all of this, and what I don't use I can always just put in a little baggie and put in the freezer and use at a later time when I don't have any fresh lemons. And I still have some lemon zest in there from the last time we got a couple of bags of lemons from somebody, and I juiced up all the juice and zested a couple of the lemons. That is going to be enough to make a flavorful cupcake for sure. And I'll always go to the back and get the stuff that doesn't fall off. If you rinse your microplaner right after you use it, then that's a whole lot easier to wash. You don't have to worry about trying to scrub a sharp thing, a sharp object. And since I don't want to pull my juicer out for just a small amount of lemon juice that I'm using here, or I'm squeezing, I'm just going to do it by hand. Here are the ingredients that I need. 1½ cups plus 3 tablespoons of flour. Some vanilla. I wasn't sure whether I should put vanilla in because it's a lemon flavored cake, a lemon flavored cupcake, but another recipe that I looked at for a lemon loaf calls for vanilla as well as lemon juice, so I'm going to try it with the vanilla. Vegetable oil, salt, baking soda, lemon zest, and some lemon juice, some sugar, and some water. This cake also calls for apple cider vinegar since there aren't eggs in it, and the vinegar reacts with the baking soda to make the cake rise. I'm not quite sure, since lemon juice is an acid, if I should still use the apple cider vinegar or not. So I'll just kind of wait and see what I feel like as I'm putting the cake together. First, I'm adding 1½ cups plus 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. And 1 cup of white sugar. After I add the lemon juice, after the batter's made, I'll taste it and see if I need to add more sugar or not. But for now, we're putting 1 cup of white sugar in. One teaspoon of baking soda. Half teaspoon of salt. You might want to pour this over another dish when you're measuring it instead of over your bowl, in case the box slips or your hand slips. Okay. This is a wacky cake, or crazy cake, or sometimes called depression cake. And so after you do the dry ingredients, then you make 3 depressions or wells. And I think I decided, I looked on another recipe and I decided I'm just going to use the lemon juice as the acid in this. I'm going to put less vanilla than the recipe calls for. So I'm going to put 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla in this, in one of the little wells. I'm going to put 5 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Okay, so go ahead and make sure the seeds are out of the lemon juice. And I'm going to put probably 2 tablespoons. And like another teaspoon of lemon juice in there. So 2 tablespoons, 1 teaspoon. What is that, 2½? Not quite. And put about 2 teaspoons of lemon zest in there. Now this isn't quite 1 cup of water because I allotted for the lemon juice to be part of the liquid. So I took 2 tablespoons of water out of this cup, and so now I'm adding a cup of water, and we'll mix it up, and then we'll taste it and see if it tastes right. Okay, it has just a really faint lemon flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and put another 2 more teaspoons of zest in there. I'm going to go ahead and go with that and see what happens. These just came out of the oven. I baked them at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. And a toothpick in the center comes out clean. So we're going to let these cool and then either put a glaze, some kind of drizzle, or frosting on them. Just got some powdered sugar in this bowl and adding some lemon juice to it to make just a little drizzle type frosting. And here they are. I'm going to try one. It's moist. Has a subtle lemon flavor. Really a tender cake. It's really good. I hope you try it. So I made the lemon cupcakes yesterday, and I just wanted to mention that they were not as lemony. So I just wanted to mention that for somebody that likes a really bold and strong lemon flavor, you may want to add more zest to that recipe. You may want to add more lemon juice and just exchange that amount for the water that you put in. Also, a lot of the recipes that I've been reading for lemon loaf, they also have lemon extract as part of the ingredient. So if you want a really intense lemon flavor, I think that's what you need to do, is add lemon extract to it. I really like the flavor of the lemon cupcakes, so it really, the cake part just tasted like a vanilla cake. You really couldn't taste the lemon. I mean, I'm sure you could taste the difference if you did a test with just a regular vanilla cake and that cake. You could taste a difference, but it was the little glaze that I put on top of it that carried most of the lemon flavor. So if you like understated and subtle lemon flavor, then you'll like those cupcakes. If you like a more intense and bold lemon flavor, then I would suggest getting some lemon extract and putting just a little bit of that in to the cake mix. The glaze that I had on top was fine. I like the flavor. It balanced out really well with the sweetness of the powdered sugar. So I'm just zesting and juicing these lemons before they go bad, and then I will put the juice and the zest separately into little Ziploc bags and put them in my freezer. I wanted to make the Starbucks copycat lemon loaf, and that calls for the lemon extract, and I don't have any, so I am just going to zest these lemons. I'll have the lemon zest on hand, I'll juice them, I'll have the juice on hand, and then I can throw this into the freezer and make the lemon loaf at another time when I have the lemon extract. Because these lemons are going to go bad if I leave them out another day or two. And I actually have a big container full of little baggies of lemon juice and lemon zest from the last time that we were given lemons. I guess lemons and grapefruit are the zucchini of the Southwest. As we don't have any citrus, but we're always being given the citrus, but nobody really likes, I guess one of my kids likes fresh lemonade, but nobody else will drink it when I make it. But I can never bear to throw the citrus out, so I always do something with it. Alright, I'm going to juice those lemons and then get this into the freezer. Also, you could probably dry this if you wanted to. Yesterday I left it out on the counter, and by the time I went back to get the leftovers of what I hadn't done, it pretty much as finely grated as it was. It pretty much had dried almost completely. I didn't have enough to really save, so I threw it out, but you can always just let it dry on a plate or a paper towel for a day, and then just throw it into a bag into your spice cupboard, and it'll work out great. So that's probably 2/3 of a cup, possibly a cup of lemon juice. Oh, put these in the freezer. Be careful if you're putting it on a wire rack, because before this will seep down in between the racks and freeze and expand, and you won't be able to get it out. So be careful.